Hi, my name is Jordan Shoemaker. I'm a teacher here at SM, and this is my teacher feature. My favorite color is blue. My favorite animal is a giraffe. My favorite sport to watch is baseball, to play is water polo. The wildest thing I've ever done was hike Angel's Landing in Zion National Park. I have a very rare story about teaching. I was in the fortunate scenario where I knew I wanted to be a teacher from when I was very, very little. Kept that in the back of my mind until I started going to college, and I said, okay, this maybe works. It was the perfect fit. I majored in liberal studies with an emphasis in mathematics, and it's been a dream ever since. I totally understand that because that's one of my biggest things in my teaching philosophy is building classroom culture with my students. I find that it's a huge plus for me and my students at the beginning of the year when we build mutual respect, mutual understanding with each other. I get to know them as much as possible, and then they start to work with me a little bit more. If they know me, I know them, they're all comfortable, we're all comfortable in the room together, and so the learning gets to grow from there. So the reason I chose math is honestly just because I was the best at it in high school. That was the only subject in high school that I felt like made sense the first time through. With science, English, and history, it took me a couple tries to kind of figure out what was going on, but math was always intuitively perfect. But again, like I talked about before, the reason I went into teaching is because I love seeing students grow. So math was a good one. I already knew the content. Now I just needed to put myself in a place where I could help out these children. I think the most challenging aspect of teaching is accommodating to all types of learners. I know, especially as a student growing up in high school, I was traditionally lectured, and I know that's not how everybody learns. So I try to accommodate to that the best as possible, whether it's through movement, visual learning, bringing in real-world examples. And I feel like that's the most challenging because not everyone understands it when I explain it the first way around. But if I continually push through and try to find that outlet of where that understanding clicks, then that is the greatest reward through the toughest challenge. Outside of work, I am a water polo coach, so if we're not doing morning practice during then, I love going to Disneyland with my family. My mom and my brother are cast members, so we get to go quite often, which is such a blessing. But then outside of that, I just love being outdoors. I love going to my workout class, and yeah, pretty chill, relax if we're not doing anything crazy that day. Yes, something very exciting just happened this past summer. I got married to my husband, Eli. So we met at San Diego State in college. We were lifeguards together during that time. We've been dating for 5 years. And he proposed to me over Thanksgiving break this past fall, and we had a quick wedding in June because he is a member of our United States Air Force and he's about to get deployed here in the next 2 months. I've done quite a handful of triathlons in my life. So right out of college, I played water polo and swim. Didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I wanted to do something for my body, and so I decided to pick up triathlons. I wanted to be at SM before I even knew I wanted to be here, which is a funny story. So I used to teach at San Clemente High School. I've been eyeballing SM for quite a few years in that time, but I wasn't sure about leaving my comfort zone of what I knew. And once I walked onto campus, I realized this is exactly what I needed. I think I love being valued here from my students and hearing the wonderful comments. These students here, you can tell they really want to learn, which is what I value the most. So I come from a public school. I am actually starting to learn my faith as I have been hired here in the past few months. And so now it has become an active process. I'm learning the prayers, I'm going to mass, and I am finding myself to believe more and more every day with every blessing I have for my students, to any interaction I have with my teachers, to anything that happens in my life. I'm now seeing the connections to God Himself of, wow, okay, wait, there's something bigger going on here than just fate. 3 words that describe me are competitive, compassionate, and fun.